Hello, Leo. Welcome to your August reading. Happy birthday, Leo. This is your season. Bright season. So let's see what you're dealing with this month. We'll have a look at what's coming up for you, what your challenges are this month, what you need to know. So let's see guidance for Leo for the month of August. Leo messages, please, universe. Okay. So at the bottom you have the Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, Two of Cups, okay, King of Swords. A lot of court cards here for you, Leo, so I do feel like there's a significant relationship here that you have that's prominent for you this month, but there does seem to be some blockages here, some disappointment perhaps. But this Page of Swords being your overall energy, I feel like you are communicating with someone, or perhaps you're trying to get information about someone, get to the bottom of the truth here. It's interesting, you have a pair of King and Queen here on the table, but the Queen of Cups is in reversed. Okay. So Leo, let me see. I do feel like with this Queen of Cups in reverse, this month for you, Leo, could be a water sign you're dealing with, because that does show up here as a couple. Okay, but if this is not a relationship situation, what I'm picking up very, very strongly with this Queen of Cups in reverse, especially followed by the Devil card, which is your challenge this month, I do feel like the Queen of Cups in reverse talks about somebody being emotionally all over the place, not in control of their emotions, being needy. The feminine side of the Queen is just being emotionally receptive, being emotionally honest. But because this is in reverse, I do feel like you're having a hard time either processing your emotions in a way that is healthy, or again, there's a sense of neediness here, especially with that Devil card. So you might be feeling quite needy in a situation or in a relationship, okay? There is some instability here showing up for you. If this is a relationship, or maybe it's another area of your life, there is a lot of instability showing up here. And especially with this Devil card, I do feel like you might be tied up to something, or there's some unhealthy manifestation of this particular connection, or there is some kind of emotional codependency, especially with this Queen of Cups in reverse being here. There's some toxicity here that needs to be dealt with, okay? Now, this Two of Cups being the reason why this is all happening is because you're either not making the right decision, or there is so much instability and confusion here that you just don't know which path to take. So in the meantime, in the month of August, I do see you struggling with either letting go of a specific person, or some kind of unhealthy emotional pattern that you may have either in relationships, or some form of attachment that is unhealthy, whether this is to a person, a situation, a job, a friend, or whatever that may be. But there is a lot of instability showing up here for you. There's also a lack of clarity from what I'm getting as to what kind of decision you need to make. Now, as far as what you need to leave behind here in the month of August, you definitely need to leave something behind. That quite literally means you need to walk away from something. Okay? Now, whatever it is you need to walk away from, I feel like there's a lot of sadness and disappointment attached to this situation. You might be feeling like this situation is too much, is too burdensome on you. The Ten of Wands is your strength or what's working for you. Now, because the Ten of Wands is showing up here, I do feel like what's working for you, it's probably the acknowledgement that you need to drop something, okay? Because it has become too burdensome for you. There's too much instability here. There's too much toxicity. There's too much unhealthy attachment to something, okay? Um, I do feel like for some of you, what you need to leave behind is literally a relationship, okay? Very strongly could be a commitment for some of you, but whatever this is, it's got the Five of Cups right underneath it. I do feel like this situation has been draining you, has had you, constantly feeling um, abandoned, left, with a lot of bitter taste in your mouth, a lot of sorrows, a lot of you know, just general unhealthy energy around you, okay? I do feel like from what I'm seeing, just looking at the overall spread for you, Leo, this month, your emotional well-being is going to be key for you to work on, okay? There's a lot of cup cards here. You've got water and earth energy here, which is complementary energies. So I do feel like your emotional stability and how you process this difficult situation is actually going to help you out recognize some kind of a new beginning that's showing up for you here, because you do have the Ace of Pentacles here. But because it's with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, there is some kind of decision here that you need to make. Either you're refusing to make this decision because there's some heavy attachment to this person or this circumstance. But I do feel like this month, I'm not going to lie, Leo, there's a lot of emotional heaviness that you're dealing with, okay? A lot of heaviness. And, for you, I would say it would be wise for you to not express so much emotion to the wrong people, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? I'm not saying you should bottle it all up and, just kind of be cold-hearted or whatever. But this Devil card with the King of Cups, I do feel like, because the King of Cups is upright, this is the masculine principle of this court card. So it's like, make sure you don't express too much of how you feel or who you are to the wrong people. Because if this Devil card represents some person in your life, or you could give in to some unhealthy emotional patterns or codependency or something like that. There's that expression, pearls before swine. Okay, so make sure you understand who to open up to. Who is the person that's going to actually receive you, instead of using your emotion to some kind of manipulation, to some kind of gain, okay? Because I do sense an emotional neediness here on your part, and I feel like you're probably involved with the wrong person, or you just feel like nobody understands me, I'm so alone, I just need someone to talk to, or I just need someone to love me. Because the Queen of Cups in reverse is quite a needy queen. Okay, she's not okay with being with her emotions, whether they're positive or negative. Okay, so I do feel like with this King of Cups, the King of Cups is someone that has a lot of emotions, but he's mastered them. And he doesn't go around just spilling the beans to everyone that comes across, okay? Because there are people in this world who will use that against you, okay? I'm saying that because of that devil card here. So just be aware of who you express how you feel to, and be aware of who you attach yourself to out of neediness. Because sometimes, just in that need of being with someone, you just end up with the wrong person. And, that creates a lot of this emotional distress that I'm seeing here. But I get the feeling this person has been in your life before. For you, you're needing to kind of master your emotions, okay? To be okay with being with your negative emotions, to be okay with being with your positive emotions, okay? To kind of ride that wave in a graceful way, so to speak. But I do see very strongly here something you need to let go of, something you need to drop because it's too unstable. Okay. Now, for some of you, you're getting some money this month. Okay. The Ten of Pentacles is what's coming to you short term this month. Okay. You're getting some money. Could be a new job for some of you that's being offered to you. Okay. But at the same time, this Five of Cups and the Four of Cups, I'm also seeing you being quite lost in some kind of bad emotional reverie. Okay, you're almost non-reactive to something. There might be some kind of an offer coming up here for you, but it's like, you're afraid of repeating some past situation. You're afraid of being disappointed again. You might not be seeing something for what it is. So, I see you, Leo, this month being in a state of, I wouldn't say emotional. I mean, there is emotional pain here as well, but it's almost like you're lost in some sort of reverie, but not the good kind. I don't know how to put it. You either seem bored with your life, or you feel like, oh, not this again. Okay, might be something coming up to you that you've lived with, like that you lived through before, having to deal with this again. Or yeah, you seem quite apathetic, quite out of sorts this month. There's a fly in here. Sorry. But for some of you, you do have abundance and money coming up. Okay, it could be a water sign that's offering you this, okay, because it's a king. Could be getting a raise, or your boss is helping you out in some way, or, if it's not related to your work, it could be some kind of income that you might have worked on before. There's some sort of completion here as well. You have 2 tens. But there's also an opportunity here, and this opportunity is showing up in your environment. So I would pay attention to maybe some kind of a doorway opening for you to start something new. But this is something that will be stable, okay? Because what you've got here, it's a lot of instability. And because, this is in your foundation, is you tend to kind of build certain situations on shaky ground from the get-go. Okay, the Two of Pentacles upright is already a very unstable situation, but in reverse could also mean loss of money through unwise decisions when it comes to finances. So you might want to pay attention to that as well. But, you kind of need to pay attention to how things start for you, what you're building on. Because it doesn't seem very stable what you're doing from the beginning, okay? There could be some kind of a hidden motivation here, either yours or other people's you're dealing with, that you need to pay attention to. But whatever this is, you always end up being burdened by it and having to walk away from this again. But yeah, I mean, very strongly, you need to walk away from something that is causing you a lot of pain and a lot of instability and a lot of emotional turbulence from what I'm seeing here. Do I need to clarify anything? Actually, I'm going to use this to clarify. So tell me about, got heritage in reversed. Okay, so this is an ancestral pattern that you need to let go of. The heritage in reverse card talks about making sure that you don't repeat certain ancestral patterns when it comes to dealing with emotional stuff. Okay. Um, also making sure that you learn from past mistakes. That's what heritage comes up, when heritage comes up. Let's see what this is about. You've got healing, okay, so healing some toxic behavior, some toxic patterns. There is healing available to you here. You know, when it comes to this devil card, it could be that somebody entrapped you in something, or maybe you entrapped yourself. Now is the time to heal that. Got self-exploration in reverse. That to me is about looking for answers outside yourself. So you might need to, you know, if your life is constantly in this flux of ups and downs or making poor decisions, because the Two of Pentacles talks about making poor decisions, it might be a good idea for you to pay attention to your external environment. Okay, what is that reflecting back to you? Okay, if it's reflecting something negative because you keep making unwise decisions, it might be a good idea to pay attention to your environment. At the same time, it could also be that you need to get the advice of someone that is more educated on a particular matter, or maybe you need advice from an elderly, whatever that means to you. Could be parental figure, could be, you know, therapist, a friend. Sometimes therapist is the friend. And you do need to get some advice from outside yourself. Got Ascension in reverse. Okay, so with this Eight of Cups being clarified by Ascension in reverse, you need to actually figure out where you're blocking yourself from ascending, okay, from growing. And I feel like it has a lot to do with this emotional disappointment. Okay, you keep thinking if something new comes along, it's just going to repeat itself, it's going to end up the same. But you know, with Ascension in reverse, this is about you blocking your path. Okay, and it's kind of interesting that you have that Eight of Cups there, which is about your spiritual path. Not necessarily spiritual, but it's the path that you need to take where you get to the Nine of Cups, which is feeling fulfilled. It's about attaining something. For some of you, you are seeking ascension, but because it's in reverse, there is some kind of a blockage here when it comes to your future development. Okay, so you might need to figure that out. So let's see for your outcome. Well, you've got creativity in reverse. Again, this talks about a blockage when it comes to your creativity. Because it's clarifying the Ten of Wands and the Four of Cups. This is about you feeling uninspired. The Four of Cups is feeling uninspired, feeling disappointed with what you're creating, or, you know, right now your creativity has taken the role of work or responsibility, or it just feels like you're not having fun anymore. Because the Ten of Wands and the Four of Cups, this isn't someone that's having fun with what they're doing. Okay, so there's a lot of just feeling dissatisfied with everything, and there's some sort of creative block here. Okay, to me, what is this block to Leo's ascension, please? Okay, that's too many. I'm going to take those. What is this block that Leo needs to solve, please? You've got alchemy. Okay, so alchemy is about manifesting something. Actually, I'm going to get that little book because I kind of forgot what this is about. Give me a minute, Leo. Okay, so alchemy is you have a strong desire to see your ideas manifested on the physical plane in the form of material gain or accomplishments. The universe is trying to assure you that an opportunity will arrive that could be the foundation of a very successful future. Domination of the mind over the heart is often unhealthy and best avoided, but when you draw this card, it is necessary and even welcomed at this time. If you're facing difficult choices, you must maintain your concentration and focus. Okay, so yeah, I feel like, you know, for some of you Leos, you seem to be drowning in your emotional turmoil. Okay, so it might be a good idea for you to employ the mind in this particular situation. And this block in your case could be this fact that, you know, your emotions are kind of drowning you in some way. Okay, the negative emotions, or you know, these ups and downs. You could have serious mood swings or something like that that's getting in the way of you performing at your best, let's say. So yeah, it's telling you to push ahead and do what you know is best. Know that you can master yourself and you can master the world around you. That's what I was trying to tell you. I do feel like you need to start mastering your emotions here, okay, in a more organized way. So yeah, I do feel like you do have some healing available here with whatever this toxic situation might be for you, whatever toxic patterns you may have. So because healing is upright, I do feel like that's one of the things you're going to be quite successful at this month. Other than that, there's a lot of blocks showing up here when it comes to your creativity, your ascension. I will check out this heritage a little bit. That's 21st. So if you've drawn this card in reverse, it feels like the past holds you back. The time has come to separate yourself from your family tree, to stop perpetuating the same patterns and cycle that have not worked for them for centuries. It is easy to feel like you've been dealt all the bad cards in life, but the truth is all cards that we dealt or choose are cards we are dealt or chosen for a reason. You need to release your attachment to those who wish to hold you back from your progression. Take time to acknowledge that you have inherited that no longer serves you. So again, if you've got some situation here or a specific person that holds you back, there is a need to release attachment. I feel like all the other blockages showing up for you are going to be cleared up. Okay, you need to have a bit of confidence that things are going to work out for you, because you do have a new start here, but I feel like the past is actually getting in the way of you moving ahead with something. So that's why you end up disappointed and, you know, inhibited by, you know, very negative emotions and things like that. So that was your reading, Leo. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you soon. Bye.